What's up, guys? Welcome back to our Team Solemn Circus live video. Today on the left side here, and on the right side, we have Rescue Ace. So this is going to be a Rescue Ace mirror here. Before you dive in, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Helps channel a lot. We're on the road to 5K here. We need you guys to support. We're only 750 away. So make sure you drop that subscribe button and like the video as well if you guys want to be seeing some more cool content like this. Shocker, we're going to be seeing Rescue Ace. Going to be going first here. On the left side, though. Looks like they're going to be thinking a little bit here, so maybe having multiple cards. We're going to see a Duel star going to be summoning herself out by sending a Preventer here, so not getting that full coverage of Preventer, you know, being able to summon back a banished Rescue Ace. But is going to be able to set up the Sinful Spoil stuff, so we're going to see the Sinful Spoil Origins, you know, destroying, or sending, I guess, the Duel star to summon out the Hydrant. Hydrant will be able to activate the effect. We're going to see an Impulse being changed on the other side here, that will let us summon out a copy of, I believe that is Fire Engine. To be honest, I barely know what any of these cards do. I guess I really know what any of these arts do, I should say. All I know is they've both been playing Rescue Ace for a very long time here. We could see them search for a Preventer or a copy here of Turbulence. I mean, we can't really go for Turbulence, so we have another way to get to a monster in the graveyard. So Preventer might be the play there, but going to be choosing the Turbulence there. Maybe already having the Preventer in hand. We do see a trap in the hand. We actually can't activate that. Yeah, I was gonna say we can't activate it because it has to be set by a Rescue Ace effect. So kind of unfortunate that we do get to see what they have in the hand there. We're going to be linking away for a Link Karibo here. And then we're going to see the effect of the Fire Engine. We do have a Book of Moon as well. So we're going to see it summon out a copy of Hydrant. And this is pretty big. If we don't have a way to respond to this Hydrant, you know, they're going to be able to have a Hydrant for free. But they'll be able to summon out the Turbulence here. And then Turbulence will be able to activate its effects, putting the 4 onto the field. I believe we still have 4. We have Alert, Rescue, and then, yeah, the Emergency as well, and Contained. I say there's 5 of them in the deck, with Emergency being a 3 of. We have a Trap in the hand, so we definitely can still set 4. We're going to be seeing them most likely set the Trap as well here. But you have to be choosing between the Trap and then Book of Moon, and they had the Hydrant already. Interesting. I wonder if there's a reason why they didn't normal summon Hydrant in the first place, search, link off, and then banish with Preventer. And then they could have, you know, activated the Sinful, or activate the Duel star, send it from the field, summon out back the Hydrant. Just getting essentially a free body on the field there. And then they'd be able to, like, also summon out with a Turbulence there. We're going to see them go for the IP, and it's going to be able to banish the Fire Engine. And then we're going to be seeing the Contain, Destroy, or either the Extinguish, Destroy. One of the traps going to be destroying the Hydrant there. Setting 2 cards and passing turn, but now we're going to be on 0 cards here. But our opponent will still have the 4 they had in hand because they didn't do anything other than Impulse. Which is actually crazy, the fact that Impulse can get 3 cards from the deck, essentially, for free. Or I guess 2 cards from the deck for free here. But still having the 5. But they will be having to face down an SP as well as a back row of 5 cards. 3 of them being a bunch of Rescue Ace. But we will be able to flip down the Hydrant, which will be able to make it so that those the Rescue Ace cards aren't going to be as good. We're going to see them activate an Alert, I believe, and then Chain Rescue. It's going to be hit with a Ash Blossom. They'll be able to search here. I'm not too sure which one they did search, but I believe it is probably a good one. I believe Book of Moon is now actually swapped out in the deck for the copies of, the enemy controller. But Book of Moon was a tech at one point here. This is, I think, about like a week and a half old. So I do want to apologize for that. I guess that's a week and a half old while I'm recording. So maybe even like 2 weeks back now. We're going to see the Preventer being hit to the graveyard. Then we're going to send back out the one that was banished. We're going to activate the Rescue HQ here. Yeah, I haven't been able to get a bunch of recordings, so we're going to have to be using some of the old ones, unfortunately, due to the fact that the regionals has been around. You know, we've had 2 regionals, and then we had a box event as well as an OTS, and you're not allowed to record at those events. So unfortunately, we weren't able to get any new footage, or newer footage, I should say. We just have to make do with what we got. But we still are post Age of Overlord with the effects of the SP Little Knight, which is absolutely insane, you know. We're going to be seeing Fire Engine attack into the Hydrant there. You know, we're still playing around with SP. It's crazy that we didn't attack into SP. Then we're going to see them go for a copy of the Typhon here. So no more summoning. But if we do activate the effect, we can just banish it with the effect of SP Little Knight. I think it's also interesting how SP has to like exactly react to a monster. So we're going to be seeing the SP going to be activating there, and they are going to be hitting it with that is contained, I believe. Then we're going to set 2 cards and just pass turn on this. We also see both players at the end of their turn having no cards in hand and setting 2 each. Kind of funny there, but it does look like the Rescue Ace player on the left has the control. We see them activate a Rescue HQ of their own, and we are truly in the headquarters of Rescue Ace. Now we're going to be shuffling back and then drawing 1 card. And now a Pot of Avarice that can also give you additional normal summon. Pretty busted. But we can't activate the effect of Hydrant, unfortunately. But we can still go battle phase here and attack over the Typhon, and then be able to activate the effects of the of our good old Turbulence there. Big Turb will be able to activate here. But we will have the copy of the Reborn here. Reborning out the copy of Fire Engine. So we're going to be protecting life points from the SP. But we will be seeing the effect here. Going to be attempting to negate the Turbulence. They're going to be chaining the SP there to the Fire Engine, which will be, or not to the Fire Engine, to the Trap, which will be, you know, banishing both of them there. But that's semi-fine, I believe. We do see another Trap in the hands for the player on the left. We're going to see them normal summon out a copy of Impulse here. We could link away for... I mean, can they link away for the Hita? Hita summon back out their Hydrant and then, you know, pretty much plus. But we don't see that happening there. SP will be returning with the Fire Engine. But we will be having the other Trap here to extinguish the Fire Engine, you know, water clogged completely here. But we will be able to special summon out that Fenrir. We're going to hit it with a Book of Moon, and that's just going to be game there. I mean, Book of Moon or Enemy Controller is just absolutely crazy. I think that's funny how they both do different stuff. You know, one of them does remove it from the field, and you can like steal one of your opponent's monsters. And in that, in the mirror match, that is absolutely insane. You know, being able to steal a Hydrant, or being able to steal like a Turbulence before it activates, and if you have to keep that Turbulence and activate it for yourself, wow. But moving on to game 2 here, we're going to be seeing the player on the right most likely going to be choosing who's going to go first. Well, they're going to be choosing who's going to go first, but most likely choosing themselves to go first here, and they'll be able to see if they can set up a big Rescue Ace board of their own. It's crazy to me how like the Sinful Spoil stuff makes the deck able to be so much more consistent. Like, yes, it doesn't exactly deal with the problems of the deck, but you know, you're able to just like absolutely destroy so many other matchups because of your consistency. And consistency in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like the most important thing, you know, over power ceiling. Like, that's what we saw with like decks like Branded as well as Sword Soul. The power ceiling wasn't that high in both those decks, but the thing is they were so consistent that you know, they were able to do what they wanted to do every single time, and it was often enough to beat like some of the most powerful cards. And then we saw like the evolution of like Based, which was like super high power ceiling, but the consistency wasn't always there. People wanted to play it. You have like a really weird interaction here. But we're going to be seeing the player on the right start off with a normal summon of a Gen. Going into a Ken here, this will be preventing them from getting Imperm Fresh for this turn here. And then we're going to be seeing them draw 2 off the Ken. And they can chain the plane, which I think lets them draw 2 as well. And summon the big Turb. That's crazy. They're going to see them discard the Gen, another copy of Gen. But they're going to get hit with a Droll and Lock. That's going to be fine. So we have Turbulence here, which can set the Emergency, the Rescue. That's going to be chained with an Impulse here. Emergency, the Reborn, I believe, and then the 2 traps. Now we're going to set up a Turbulence of our own. Man, these Turbulence going crazy. One has Ken, one has Gen. Both have Turb. Correct. I mean, I don't know if there's anything we can really do here. We could go for, like, the Hita. Like, Hita is so crazy in the mirror match. So you don't have to take your opponent's stuff, and they can just take the Impulse there. If they had another body on the field, they would have been able to like go into an XYZ if they playing the Bamboozled, which could maybe stop the Nib, or a I guess it's not really often that you'd probably want to do that. Maybe if 3 Impulse became more popular, it could be an option, but the deck just keeps evolving, and there's like random decks they play, like 2 Prosperities or 1 Prosperity or no HQ or all these different decks. You know, Rescue Ace can truly just be a random deck. We're going to see them activate the trap to add back. And then we're going to be summoning out another copy of Big Turb. Then we can link 4 away into an Appaloosa. But then you just lose to Big Turb going into attack position, no? They're on a pass turn here. They're going to draw. They're going to activate Emergency. Summon out the Hydrant here. Sending, I believe that is Preventer, or that's the flying one again. So I guess we're going to be trying to stop and negate. They're going to go activate the effect of Turbulence here, getting hit with the Appaloosa, or thinking about getting hit with Appaloosa there. I mean, it is kind of sus. They're going to be chaining the Appaloosa to that. Maybe you want them to waste their traps on it. Then we're going to see them summon out the Diabellstar by discarding the Imperm. Does that really just discard any card? I thought it had to be like more than that. Hand or field. Wow. Yeah, that card, that Black Witch is pretty crazy. We're going to see a Link 2 with the Turbulence and then the Ken. Maybe going for a Hita of their own here. Hita is truly going hard. Activating the effect, getting hit with the Extinguish. We do have the Preventer here, which can banish the copy of Turbulence, can summon himself out. We're going to be getting negating with the copy of Appaloosa here, bringing it down to 0 life points. I'm surprised we haven't gone battle phase and beat over it first. But they're going to be scooping it up on the left, realizing that they don't have enough gas in the tank anymore. That fire is not going to be able to put out. But now the play is going to be back to them going first here, which is going to be quite impactful potentially. But we will be seeing the player on the left, being able to do some of the stuff. I don't really know where this is going to go. Like, how do we even play this out is a question. Like, do you decide in different cards? I don't know. If you guys know the Rescue Ace mirror match, let me know in the comment section down below what cards you would be siding in here. And maybe going first. No, going first definitely is a play. I know, like for the cash mirror match, you'd want to let your opponent, you wanted to let yourself go second, essentially, because being able to break the board so easily, and then cash is like an amazing engine going second. But we're going to be seeing the player on the left, winning or who won the die roll, going to be able to choose, and they're going to set 2 and pass. Oh no, that's a brick. That is quite unfortunate in the game 3. And then they get hit with a lightning storm as well, getting hit with a Book of Moon and thrust. I don't even know what to say. That's just get sacked. David's having uncontrollable sacking power. I don't know what it is, but they're just built different. They're going to see them discard Ash for Diabellstar. Diabellstar will be able to search us here for a copy of the Origins. This does give us access to a Hydrant. But will we see a Hydrant right off the bat? They're thinking here. They're going to activate, and they could send... Yeah, we're going to send the Diabellstar to summon out the copy here of the Hydrant. Then we can activate the Hydrant here. They definitely have some hand traps, where they're definitely bricking on something. Unless they have like Big Turb. And they also have Call with the Grave. Call with the Grave in this deck is like super weird, because if you end up like hitting like their Hydrant, you can't activate Hydrant or their Preventer, and like it's like super wild, to be honest. But if you already have your Turbulence set up, then it doesn't really matter. I guess if you hit Turbulence, it'd be absolutely pretty huge. We're going to see them link away here after they search the Preventer to the Link Karibo. Then we're going to summon out the Preventer by banishing the Hydrant here. Then we could link 2 away for a copy of really any link 2. Going for Binary Sorceress here. Then we're going to go summon out the Hydrant. And then we go, it does nothing. There's no point of this. Then we're going to be tributing off for a Link Karibo here. Linking off into maybe a Heat Soul. No, going for the copy of the G Golem, or one of the hearts. It definitely is G Golem heart to bring back the Binary Sorceress here, which will give them access to a Link 4 or a Link 3 being Decode Talker. Decode Talker will be able to activate the effect here to pay 1,000 and to draw an additional card. Will this card be enough, though? I did see an Ash in the hand, and then we're going to be seeing a copy of Impulse. Then we're going to go Battle Phase and attack with both. No nib. We do see a Preventer in the hand, though. Then drawing for turn here. They're going to pay 1,000 to draw once again. So probably having a bunch of those hand traps going in the deck. Then we're going to see a Fenrir being summoned out. This is a lot of pressure being put onto the field immediately. Probably in the wrong zone. I know the player on the left loves summoning into those Anima zones. This is also going to be giving the Heat Soul 500 more attack here. Then they'll be able to search off the Fenrir for another copy of Fenrir, which is going to be a nice discard if they do have like the Diabellstar engine. going. They're going to battle phase, attack into the impulse, dealing some damage here. And then just passing on this. I don't think it's going to be enough here. I mean, it might be enough for us not to activate the effect of Heat Soul so we don't lose that Link 3. But probably not, to be honest. They're going to read the Sinful Spoil, banishing it. And then they'll be able to summon a level 1 warrior, I believe, or search for it. So it's going to be searching for the Hydrant here. You know, having that double is pretty crazy. And then putting the Diabell Star back on the bottom of the deck. But it does make it so that the wanted poster is not able to do it. And then we're going to be hit with the copy here of the Fenrir, banishing it face down. But we do have the talents here. And will we take? We are going to be taking that. That's going to be huge. We can end up getting games so much quicker now by just normal summoning out a Hydrant, activating the effect, searching for Preventer here, or Big Turb. Big Turb is also an option. You know, going to be able to just get the game right then and there. You know, banish the Hydrant, banish the Impulse, summon itself out, activating the effect. And our opponent just scoops here with Rescue Ace, HQ, Turbulence, and then the Book of Moon and Call by the Grave. That is quite unfortunate there that we saw that. The Fenrir was a nice top deck, but unfortunately was just not enough for that nice little combo there. Drawing 2 cards as well. And then the talents just being the cake on the top, or the icing on the top. Regardless, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I want to see more content like this. And if there's any misplays you guys saw or anything that you guys would change, let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to stay safe. Peace.